A single, seemingly harmless transaction occurs. A tap of a card, a quiet rustle of a shopping bag, the arrival of a pristine box on a doorstep. It feels like a triumph, a small reward earned after a long week of labor. But beneath this mundane surface lies a psychological trap that has quietly dismantled fortunes and shattered financial stability for centuries. This is not about a sudden catastrophic loss, but a slow, insidious infection of your financial life. The danger does not announce itself with alarms or flashing red numbers on a bank statement. Instead, it whispers in the quiet corners of your home. It tells you that the things you already own are no longer good enough. This creeping dissatisfaction is the hallmark of a consumption spiral, a psychological phenomenon that forces a cascading chain of unnecessary spending. It is a silent predator that preys on our innate human desire for visual and social harmony. To understand the anatomy of this financial ruin, we must step back into the dimly lit, cluttered study of an 18th century philosopher named Dennis. For years, he lived in comfortable, productive poverty, surrounded by worn, familiar possessions that perfectly matched his modest means. His desk was scratched, his chairs were threadbare, and his old dressing gown was stained with ink. It was a life of financial equilibrium, safe from the crushing weight of debt. Then the equilibrium was violently disrupted by a gift. Dennis received a magnificent, brilliantly scarlet dressing gown. It was a garment of undeniable luxury, elegant and flawless. But as he draped the heavy, vibrant fabric over his shoulders, the atmosphere in his humble study shifted. The brilliant new arrival cast a harsh, unforgiving light on everything else in the room. The psychological infection took root almost immediately. The old, ink stained desk suddenly looked offensive next to the pristine robe. The threadbare chairs felt like an insult to his new, elevated status. The need for coherence began to gnaw at his mind. If he was a man who wore such a magnificent garment, he could no longer sit at a peasant's desk. The robe demanded a matching environment. One by one, the familiar objects were purged. The old desk was replaced by an expensive new writing table. The threadbare chairs were swapped for luxurious leather seating. He bought new art, a new mirror, and a new clock to match the overwhelming elegance of the scarlet garment. Before long, Denny found himself sitting in a completely transformed room, drowning in debt and entirely alienated from his own life. He documented this terrifying psychological unraveling in an essay titled Memoirs of a Master Robe. In it, he lamented that he was absolute master of his old dressing gown, but had become a helpless slave to his new one. This historical account birthed a concept that behavioral economists and psychologists now study with intense scrutiny. It is known today as the Diderot effect. To explain this dark, compelling force, we must look at how it drives unnecessary spending by exploiting our deep seated need for identity consistency. When you purchase something that elevates your standard of living, it creates a glaring misalignment with your existing environment. Your brain perceives this mismatch as a jarring error that must be corrected. The only way to restore harmony, your mind insists, is to upgrade everything else to match the new baseline. This historical curse did not die in the 18th century, it evolved, finding a perfect host in modern consumer culture. Imagine standing in your own living room looking at a brand new, wildly expensive velvet couch you just purchased. It sits there, gleaming and perfect. But as the delivery personnel leave, a chilling realization washes over you. The rug beneath it suddenly looks faded, cheap, and entirely wrong. The velvet couch demands a better rug. You swipe your credit card, convinced this is the final touch needed to complete the room. But the new rug makes the old coffee table look like garbage. The table is replaced, then the curtains seem inadequate, Then the paint on the walls feels outdated. A single purchase has triggered a devastating consumption spiral, draining thousands of dollars from your budget in a matter of weeks. This relentless upgrading is the hidden engine behind lifestyle creep. As your income grows, or as you allow yourself a single luxury, the baseline of what you consider acceptable shifts upward. The Diderot effect ensures that this shift is never isolated to just one category of your life. A new vehicle demands nicer clothes to wear while driving it. A new house demands completely new furniture to fill its pristine rooms. The most terrifying aspect of this phenomenon is how easily it disguises itself as logical necessity. You do not feel like you are being reckless. You feel like you are simply fixing a mismatch. You convince yourself that you are merely completing a set or finalizing a look. But this illusion of logic is exactly how the Diderot effect ruins budgets, pushing individuals into a relentless cycle of debt to maintain a fabricated sense of harmony. Entire industries are built upon exploiting this psychological vulnerability. Marketers understand that they only need to sell you the first piece of the puzzle. They know that if they can get the scarlet robe into your home, your own psychological need for coherence will do the rest of the selling for them. They sell the anchor, and the psychological drive for consistency sells the accessories, the upgrades, and the complete lifestyle overhaul. To survive this financial predator, you must learn to identify the trigger item before it crosses your threshold. The trigger is always an outlier. It is the object that represents a significant leap above your current standard of living. It is the luxury watch when you normally wear basic brands, or the high end espresso machine in a kitchen of budget appliances. Recognizing this Trojan horse is the first step in self defense. Once you spot the trigger, you must deliberately break the chain of coherence. You must embrace the mismatch. If you buy the expensive couch, you must make a conscious, almost painful decision to keep the cheap rug. You have to train your mind to tolerate the visual inconsistency, recognizing that the discomfort you feel is not a real problem, but a psychological illusion designed to empty your bank account. This requires a ruthless approach to budgeting. You cannot simply allocate funds for the initial purchase. You must calculate the hidden cost of the inevitable spiral. If you cannot afford to upgrade the entire room, you cannot afford the couch that will demand those upgrades. True financial clarity comes from seeing the entire chain of purchases before the first transaction ever takes place. Breaking this cycle also demands a profound shift in how you define your identity. We often use possessions to signal who we are, both to ourselves and to others. When you buy the luxury item, you are trying on a new identity. But if your financial stability is tied to maintaining a flawless facade of luxury, you are building a life on a foundation of sand, vulnerable to the slightest breeze of temptation. True financial independence is found in the power to say no to the spiral. It is the quiet confidence of knowing that your worth is not dictated by the coherence of your living room furniture or the brand of your clothing. When you sever the emotional link between your possessions and your identity, the psychological pressure loses its grip. You become the absolute master of your environment once again. Practically, this means implementing severe friction into your buying habits. Introduce a mandatory waiting period for any purchase that falls outside your established baseline. Force yourself to wait 30 days before buying the rug that the new couch demands. In the cold light of a month passing, the intense psychological urgency to create harmony often evaporates, leaving you with your money intact and the realization that the old rug is perfectly fine. You must also heavily curate your exposure to upgrade triggers. Unsubscribe from the glossy catalogs and step away from the social media feeds that constantly present a perfectly curated, impossibly coherent lifestyle. These images are not reality. They are carefully constructed traps designed to make your perfectly functional life feel woefully inadequate. Protect your peace of mind by limiting your exposure to manufactured discontent. Think back to Denis and his study, overwhelmed by the demands of his new possession. His tragedy was not that he accepted a beautiful gift, but that he allowed the gift to dictate the terms of his existence. He surrendered his agency to an inanimate object. The memoirs of a master robe stand as a chilling warning across the centuries, a testament to how easily our minds can turn against our own best interests. To build lasting wealth, you must remain vigilant against this creeping threat. Every time you experience a bump in income, a bonus, or a windfall, the urge to match your surroundings to your new wealth will be waiting in the shadows, ready to suggest that it is time for an upgrade. It will whisper that you deserve a lifestyle that matches your new paycheck. You must silence that whisper with cold, hard financial logic. Direct those windfalls into investments, savings, or debt reduction before the psychological need to spend can take hold. When the money is locked away in an index fund or used to crush a high interest loan, it cannot be used to fuel a consumption spiral. You are effectively starving the psychological trap of the oxygen it needs to survive, securing your future instead of decorating your present. The urge to upgrade will never completely disappear. It is woven deeply into the very fabric of human psychology. But awareness is your greatest weapon. When you understand the mechanics of the trap, you can walk right past it. You can look at the shiny new object, recognize the invisible strings attached to it, and simply walk away, keeping your budget safe from ruin. The next time you are tempted by that one perfect purchase, pause and look closely at the shadows it casts. Ask yourself what else that object will demand from you once it crosses your threshold. Because in the unforgiving math of personal finance, it is rarely the first purchase that destroys you. It is the relentless, silent avalanche of spending that follows, burying your financial freedom under the crushing weight of a perfectly matched life.